I've had a chance to get up close and personal with the new CVO Road Glide, and stick around, I'll tell you what I thought. And welcome back to Bob's Garage. If this is your first time here, thanks for stopping by. And we are located here in the Charlotte, North Carolina region. I post a weekly video dedicated to the Harley-Davidson lifestyle brand, whatever you want to call it. And I know there are 1,000 channels out there that do that. I appreciate you spending 5-10 minutes with me every week. Thanks for coming along for the ride. I do appreciate it. Before I get started on this week's topic, I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm working on a little bit of a partnership, if you will, with one of the top aftermarket part manufacturers for Harley-Davidson. We've exchanged a few emails. It looks like they are willing to work with me, send me a product or two, let me review that, give you guys my opinion. If I can negotiate a coupon code, even better. But right now, we're still in the initial talks, so that's why I'm really not going to say who it is, just in case it should fall through. I don't think that's going to happen, though. It looks like they're on board and willing to participate. So any updates, I'll be sure to keep you posted. So let's talk about the 2023 CVO Road Glide. I'm not mentioning the Street Glide because I haven't actually seen that in person yet. Tons of videos on it. And there's a ton of videos on the Road Glide. There's several YouTubers that actually purchased one of these and own one, and they've given their review. Check those out. Let's see, Robert Simmons has one, to Be the Boss of Your Motorcycle. Riding and Wrenching bought one, I believe. There's a few. So I know Blockhead has a good video on these too. I just wanted to give my 2 cents for whatever that's worth. It's not even worth 2 cents. But anyway, I'll give you my 2 cents and let you know what I think. Speedway Harley-Davidson, they've had two, sold them both. But I did get an opportunity to check one out before it was sold, and there's some things I like, some things that I'm not really crazy about. Now, keep in mind, I'm not a CVO guy. For me, I want a blank canvas that I can customize the way I want to. I want to choose the grips, I want to choose the floor, I want to choose the accessories, okay? I want it to match what I like. And with a CVO, it comes with everything. All top of the line, don't get me wrong, and I'm not saying it's wrong. A lot of people like it that way. And for the money, I don't think it's a bad deal for what you get. You get a lot of their top accessories already added to the bike. So that's great if that's the route you want to take. That's personally just not the way that I like to do it. For those of you that know, I have the Road Glide ST. I've customized that myself the way I like it. My wife has the Lowrider S. We've customized that the way she likes it. But having said that, looked at this new CVO, there are some things that I really like. Let's start with the things that I like. Anybody in their right mind likes the new infotainment system. It just, the layout, it's bright, easy to read, it's totally customizable, it's very high tech. If you're a techie guy, you're gonna love this thing. I know my buddy Gary is a tech guy, he loves this thing, and there's nothing to not love. It's really cool. I do like it a lot. They did a really good job with that. I like the inverted front end. The inverted forks, of course, I think that's a plus. I think they did a good job with that. One of the things that I really like are the handlebars that come stock on this motorcycle. And hear me out. I know usually that's one of the first things people change, but these things are great. They're comfortable, they're tall. You can even roll them up, make them a little taller, and they look good. And the comfort, I really think you're gonna see a lot of guys keep the stock bars on this bike. I would not replace them if it were mine. They're really, really nice. Great job on those. What else did I like? Not a ton more. From what I understand, now again, I did not ride this bike, but I've talked with technicians, I've talked with salespeople, customers, people that have ridden this thing, and they're all raving about it's the best motorcycle they've ever ridden, and they're hyping it up, and that's great. I think that's cool. Again, not my thing, but the suspension supposedly is upgraded, and it's supposed to be this great bike. Okay, awesome. But some things that just didn't sit well with me. The way the bars are fastened, on a typical Road Glide, you got to take the gauges off, and then the clamp is underneath that, okay? Well, there are no gauges anymore because you have the infotainment system is your gauge cluster now. So the bars mount with a clamp just like your Road King does, with the 4 bolts that hold it in. But that sits on this like rounded, I don't know what you would call it. You'll see it's behind the fairing, and it's just very odd looking. I don't know, not my thing. Makes it really easy to adjust your handlebars, which is cool. And speaking of handlebars, the trend nowadays, John Maxwell started this like 3 years ago. He did a video on it, and now everybody's doing it. But putting T-bars on these road glides, and that's great and all if that's what you're into. But when you put the T-bars on, usually that requires a gauge relocation kit. There are no gauges to relocate on that bike. So if you put those T-bars on, they're going to really block your view of that beautiful high-tech infotainment system. I'm sure there are designers and engineers that are working on something for that, I'm assuming. But right now, I would think that you're not going to want to put T-bars on this because it's just going to block that. So that's something they're going to have to take a closer look at. Let's talk about the seat. People have told me that the seat is comfortable. It looks great. But what were they thinking by putting suede on the seat? There's trim that goes all the way around, both the seat and the passenger plane. That's suede. You can't get suede wet. You're going to get caught in the rain. Sorry, it's just going to happen. And you can put all the protectant on it you want. It's still not, I wouldn't have put suede on the seat. That's just me. It looks cool. And a lot of people change out their seats, but on a CVO, a lot of people like to keep that seat. So that's something that I was a little bit in. I'm not a fan of, I like the rounded tanks on Harleys. They've got this angular thing now. I'm not a fan of that at all. Same with the saddlebags. The saddlebag filler lights in the back, I think the concept was a great idea, but they're just kind of ugly. And the big box that's in the middle of your fender that has the light for your license plate, that thing is hideous. I don't know of any way you're gonna be able to remove that thing. It's just this big block back there. It's terrible looking. I don't know what they were thinking there. So that stuff I'm not a fan of. The air cleaner, obviously, I know that is brought over from the racing, the king of the baggers. I get that, but I'd want to replace that too. So not my thing. Other than that, it's really not that bad a bike. Again, I hear it's a great riding machine. People love the way it rides. I haven't ridden it yet, but again, the ones that they've gotten and have sold, just like that, really quick. But I did get a chance to get on it, sit on it, comfortable. The seat's nice, the bars are nice, and all that is really great. But if you get a chance, check one out. Let me know what you think. Comment down below. And if I hear any more about my affiliation, I'll be sure to let you know. So thanks for coming along for the ride. Those are my thoughts, and we'll talk to you soon.